Okay, with the director of Don't Fail Me Now from the Sci-Fi Fantasy Festival, Fuji's with us. She wrote and directed. This film's from, you made this at UCLA, correct?
Yes.
Was it your thesis project or just a kind of a project there from the school?
It's my first year narrative film.
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah, so yeah. It's like one of the first films I've made.
Well, to get a great outside lo exterior location, it's fantastic. Kind of like, where was the shot?
The location was somewhere in Palmdale. My producer and we were just driving around because I wanted a location that's like kind of deserted.
Yeah,
And but around the city, there aren't any locations like this. And so we just kind of drove out and we just zoom in on Google Map and see where our potential ranches or parks or any just lands we could use. And we just kind of ponder upon this property, a ranch, and we just talked to the owner, and the owner is like really open to just film productions because he loved doing watching films, and he was like, I
yeah.
would love to be part of it. And so yeah, we basically got the location for free, which was surprising because I was ready to cut like a lot of budget just for getting a location.
Well, don't tell
So
the owner that now, right? Yeah.
yeah, guess
So,
not.
but okay, but what about the junk? All the junk, was that already there or did you like
Yeah.
put that there?
Yeah, the story, when I wrote it, it wasn't like that.
Okay.
I didn't have this kind of the junk yard setting
Yeah.
because all I wanted was a desert. But we saw the junkyard and we were like, yeah, we definitely have to include it in the film no matter what because it's there, it's free, we're just gonna use it. Because
Yeah.
if you build it, it's gonna be another, I don't know, like 2K or like 3K of just production designs.
All right, so your synopsis is more thematic than the actual plot. So basically your synopsis says when I first before I watched your film, I'm like, okay, what's a 7 minute film that got to my level, meaning it approved to me. So I'm gonna watch the film. I'm like, the sun will erase your memory. Okay. If you don't want to become a nobody, you have to keep running. Okay. So what
Yeah.
I like that. It's thematically driven. So, but what's the film about? Like, where are we? How much farther in the future are we? What's going on?
Because how I pictured it, it's not even on Earth. It's like another planet. And then on that planet, the belief of people's belief is essentially that there is this sun that's different from the other, the sun
Yeah.
we know. And that sun, when you see it, the sunlight will kind of erase your memory because it doesn't just let you die, because what's worse than dying? It's like forgetting who you are. And so essentially, these people are trying to run away from this fear of being erased of their selves. And the story is about this girl. She basically got kicked out of the shelter of somewhere that could keep her safe. And then she was trying to get back. Um, and then during the time, she just realized that she can't outrun the sun. And she essentially has to face it one way or the other. I think in a way, she also kind of is forced to face her fear of
Mhm.
something that she believes for so long.
So, where did
Yeah.
this idea come from for you?
I can't remember. It was like a few years ago. I was like, yeah, what if like on a planet everybody's running from something that they're like always staying in the shadow.
Yeah.
They're like always kind of keeping themselves protected, but by staying in the shadow in a way that like before if you don't step out of that shadow, you never know what's coming. And I was like, what if they're running from sun? Because it's kind of stupid. Like
Yeah.
it's something that we take for granted. Everybody needs it, apparently. And the plants
Did you
do
say
too.
apparently? Yeah. I guess,
Yeah.
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 I thought it was like a
But
metaphor for God. It was like this myth, this thing that's there's myth. that's involved. There's a set of rules, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's no concrete evidence for the rules, right? But
Yeah.
people live
Because
by it.
yeah, exactly. Because one of the first kind of thematic concepts that I was wrapping my head around was the idea of death. It's
Yeah,
kind of like everybody has this time that they have to face it. But we're scared of it because we don't know what's coming afterwards. Could be people who know already, like they can't tell us what it's like. It could be like what we read from the Bibles or like the myths or just
yeah,
your beliefs or just, like some kind of fantastical world where it could be just nothing. And we essentially don't know what it's like. But later on, it kind of evolves into like it could be about faiths, about just God or anything that you're told that is true.
yeah,
And you kind of are forced to learn that
yeah.
whether it's true or not. Yeah.
Because like when you're children, you're a sponge, right? And someone's
Yeah.
telling you about God and you go to church or whatever. I'm just saying, like if you're in the Western world, right? And basically
Yeah.
you're told certain things and then like you don't question it, right? Because you're just like you trust your parents.
Yeah.
And then maybe eventually you question it through education, other influences, etc., right? But I think that's what I got out of the film, where it's just like what are they're like we're all kind of manipulated, right? We're all,
Yeah.
dare I say, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. Or sometimes you're just thrown into the world and you're forced to figure out,
yeah.
even if you don't want to, you're kind of like, yeah, well, what am I gonna do now?
So I looked at I like there was I wrote a note. I like some of the animation about the sun you have, and then I realized that you studied animation, right? At
I
school.
did.
Yeah.
I studied 2D animation at Pratt Institute in New York.
Oh, so you went to
Um,
Pratt and now you're
yeah.
at UCLA. That's so cool. You're like it doing the two coasts.
Yeah, I was joking. I was really trying to stay in New York, but I guess I couldn't.
Oh, did you
Yeah,
try NYU? I'm assuming.
I did.
Yeah.
Actually, I did. Didn't get in,
Yeah.
but I feel like everything happens for a reason. If I stayed in New York, I wouldn't be able to do the desert
Yeah. You got
within
different
that short
perspectives
period of
though.
time.
I'm telling you, like it's so funny. I lived in New York City and I lived in a dorm, which was like a school with like NYU people, different schools, right? And the
Yeah,
Pratt people were the most interesting, fascinating people. I gravitated towards all the Pratt people.
that's great.
Yeah.
Because my first impression, or it's just when I got to this the new school, it's like the vibe is completely different because I was so used to just surround myself with just visual art people
Yeah.
and also people I played bands with. Like they're just completely different crowds. And I think this kind of transition is interesting for me
Yeah.
to also just get to know more things. Because I don't know, like at Pred is kind of this perfectly creative bubble that kind of I put myself in and I surround myself with these creative people. I think it's different types of creativity, different types of just vibes in general. I think
Yeah.
it's interesting. Yeah.
Well, without saying anything, I'm assuming a lot of people go to UCLA want to be Hollywood directors, right? So there's a different mentality.
I bet some of yeah, yeah.
Yeah. There's a difference in mentality than the Pratt people who are like they just want to create. They're idealistic, they're young. They just want to do what they want to explore, right? So yeah. That was the
Yeah.
impression I
I
got.
like Pratt.
Yeah,
Just
right?
putting it out there. Yeah.
So okay, so the film, so you why did you choose like to go into like kind of like do live action? Why did you choose to go to a different school after you graduated from animation?
Because towards the end of my time at Pratt, I started doing stop motion,
Yeah,
which basically it's very physical in a way. You have puppets in the physical space, you have sets, and then you have lights and camera. It's basically so everything is very physical because when you draw things, it's like you imagine the camera, you imagine the lights, but in like a flat surface. Like you try to create this illusion of 3D, of space
Yeah.
per se. But in stop motion, it's like you actually have those things at hands and you could interact with them, like they actually exist. And that kind of makes me think of going to live action in a way where there are also lights, there are also cameras in physical space, and you could interact with whatever you're doing, like let it be the sets, the props, or the actors you could talk to.
Mhm.
I think that is interesting, and I was like, yeah, why not?
Gotcha. So you want to, it seems like you want to, in the future, you want to combine the two, like stop motion animation or animation and then live action at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that would be ideal, I think. Because when you think about special effects back in the days, it's all kind of like a lot of them are stop motion.
Yeah.
It's practical. I think it's what it might not look as perfect as sometimes like today's CGI technologies. Like they could CGIs can make most effects look like basically perfect.
Yeah.
But I think there's something about, or I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know that much about CGI and stuff, but there's something about the stop motion, like that handmade quality of it. I
Yeah.
don't, it's not necessarily like, oh, it just looks kind of rough or like it just looks handmade, but there's something with like this human interaction with it.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
You see a lot of people like, it's like there's 3D animation that came out like I guess in the early 2000s, right? So, and then everybody thought 2D animation was dead. We're like, 'cause especially like I'm talking about from the mainstream kind of like Disney or like Pixar or whatever.
Mm,
And
mm.
now like it seems to be making a little bit of a comeback. It's been around all of course, right? Like in certain
Yeah.
aspects of anime and things like that. But it seems like you're right. I think there's a human attachment to something that's drawn, right?
Yeah, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like we're
And there's like
emotionally
that
responding to
texture.
something as the
Yes.
audience. Yeah.
Yeah. And just when I make it, I feel like it's kind of magical.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like every time I just like start playing something that I just animated, I'm like, yeah, I made a move. It's cool.
Well, it's kind of like making a film where like there's happy accidents, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think with live action, I definitely see a lot of just like things that could just happen on sets
Yeah.
and you just embrace it in a way you could like turn the things into something you want. If you can't, just like take the thing and then also just don't leave it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. It's like,
Well, look, but look at your analogy with the junk, right? You kept the junk and you put it into the script, right?
yeah,
But if this was an animation film, you wouldn't have done that.
yeah, because I would have just drawn a desert.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I
But
wouldn't
it
think
gives it
about,
essence. Your
yeah,
film
I
gives
wouldn't
it that
be, I
Wall-E
wouldn't,
quality. You ever seen
yeah,
Wall-E?
exactly.
Yeah.
Hmm?
You ever seen Wall-E?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's because it gives that Wall-E, meaning that like there's the junk. It's like it's chaos. It's like what something is happening, right? So and you put it into the
Yeah,
story,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's like because when I was doing animation, I didn't really get to do at a level where I collaborate with other people to like create this thing. Because most
Yeah,
of the time it was simple enough. It was simple and small enough for me to just do it on my own.
yeah,
And doing live action and working with other people, it's kind of you, they give you ideas or like the things you see at least could make you think of something that you
yeah,
haven't thought about before. It's like that junkyard. I
yeah,
wouldn't be able to think about that because I it was never on my mind.
yeah. So was this the first time you working with actors?
It was the second time.
Okay. So where did they're great. So where did you find them for the how did you cast
Right?
them?
I found them on Backstage. I just invited a bunch of people and they were, well, I actually didn't invite that many, because I'm not really great at, I guess, doing this kind of things. So I
Yeah,
got really tired after a period of time. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna put it off for a little bit and then come back and look at these people again. And then I think with Leia and Shang, I just vibe with them a lot more. And then they just understood what I was talking about and what the story I was trying to go for, like the world building especially,
yeah,
and the roles in it. I think that was a really important part in our collaboration because they just understood me. As you can tell, I'm not really great with words.
yeah.
So yeah, they're like, okay, got it. So you wanted to like look like I think it's like this. I was like, exactly, yes.
Yeah, they're great. And then you had a cinematographer, a lot of like tripod shots, a lot of handed like still shots. Like there's a lot of stillness in your film, right? That was like,
Yes.
did you guys, how did you guys collaborate in prep? Like, did you storyboard things? Did you have a shot list?
Yeah, we had so out of old habits, I have a storyboard that's basically like in the sequence of how the film is
Yeah.
supposed to be cut.
Okay.
And I just showed my storyboards to my cinematographer Daria. She's great. And then she made a shot list of like, so these could be one shot or something. And then the she has really steady hands. We Most of the shots are in the tent, and the
Yeah.
tent is relatively small for
So
like
it was
two
like in the
people.
corner kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So she had everything in the tent, basically. She had everything in the tent handheld,
Yeah.
and it just looked still. It just
Yeah.
looked really steady. And whenever there are movements, like smooth. And she is willing to also just take the thing and improvise on when we get to the location too. Because there are times where the light is a certain way, or maybe the actors decide to do some other kind of choreographed like actions. Um, so we just went with that whenever we felt like, okay, let's instead of what we planned, let's do this. And Daria has also been great, just kind of going with the flow too.
Gotcha. That's awesome. And then did you guys, did you have, like, how many days did you shoot it?
We shot for 2 days.
Yeah. And then she had her team, I guess, with her like like lighting people. Like, did she use a lot of I'm assuming she used a lot of natural lights during the
Yeah,
filming.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was mostly natural lights. We had bounce and another, I think we used another light. I forgot which one. But I think there was one that we used to boost the sun from
Yeah. That was
the,
good. Like the last shot of the film where like you kind of did you do that in
yeah, yeah,
post where
yeah.
she's like, or did you do that like was that natural on set?
Yeah, we did when we shot that, it was towards the end of the day
Yeah.
and it was drizzling a little bit, actually, which was funny. And we had a bounce and I think a 1K or a tweenie or something.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
forgot which one that was, but we had that and we just bounced it off the bounce board and then to Leia's face. And we just kind of we had a flag that we're just the gaffer just held it and just be like
Yeah.
slowly raising it up to create that sunrise.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did a good job.
It looked really nice. Just a
So you
few
happy with
shots.
the film?
I am. I am. I mean, apparently I don't have a lot of experience beforehand, and I think that film also is like a learning experience for me at the same time. As much as I want to make the film exactly how I want it to be, I'm also collaborating with other people, so their inputs is are important as well. And I was finding the balance between my own kind of that visual language and the way to collaborate with other people, I think. But
So
I
you
think
make
I hopefully I'm doing better now, but
no, it's a good listen. It's going in the festival circuit. It's getting noticed. You're like, yeah, you're ahead of the curve. Let's put it that way.
thank you.
So you're making another project. You're making another film right now.
Yes, I am making another film. It's a little sci-fi, but yeah.
So you're into sci-fi. That's sort of what you want to make. You want to make kind of sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah, I am more interested in things like the made up scenarios, made up world. I think essentially the reason I wanted to tell stories is just it gives me an escape from the real world. It's like my escapism. I do I make up stories to like just cope with things going on around me or like things I
Yeah.
see, things I feel. So
It is kind of a
yeah.
crazy time. Historically speaking, they're going to look back at this time as kind of crazy. Like there's a
Yeah.
few directions
This is
we
what
can go
humans do.
into. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
where are you from originally?
I'm originally from China.
But you have you sing your accents like I'm assuming you grew up in the United States?
No.
Oh, you didn't.
So I grew up in Beijing and I spent some time in Hong Kong. I also went to Singapore, lived there for 5 years. And then I went to New York apparently for my undergrad, and then now I'm in Los Angeles.
Did you like when did you learn English from like an early age?
Well, I mean, in elementary school, I learned like words like, like dog, cat, door,
Okay.
things like that.
Yeah.
But I guess to really learn speaking English,
Yeah.
I guess when I was 16, 17, yeah,
Yeah.
just like starting to kind of, I think environment is like a big part
So
in
you were in New
like
York during COVID then?
I took a gap year during the time,
Okay.
but other than that, I was in New York. Yeah.
Gotcha. And so are you going to go back or are you going to stay? You're going to stay in the States?
I have no idea. I
Okay.
don't even know what I'm gonna be doing next year. I don't think I'm good at planning far.
Yeah. Okay. But how many more years you got left to school?
Uh, two more, including this year, 2 more years.
All right. Then worry about that in 2 years, I guess, right?
Yeah, that is exactly my plan.
Okay. Well, keep making movies. This is great. I'm glad you're studying to the festival circuit. You're already getting noticed right now. And let's talk again when you make your next film.
Thank you. Looking forward to that. Thank you for doing this with me.
Thank you.